Hello, Rhoda here. Welcome to my craft room. Today is my week to sponsor the Think Outside the Box challenge. And guess what? Today, my prompt is a food wrapper, a fast food wrapper. Now, it can be anything, but you're going to have to do something to use it in your journal. That's my stipulation. You've got to make it work in your journal in some way, shape, or form. And so most of the times I make pockets out of mine. I've had the cookie containers from McDonald's. They're about yay big. And I make pockets out of those. I've used the apple pie boxes. There's many things that you can use out there. I mean, even a straw wrapper. Who cares? It's a wrapper of some type that's from a fast food place. That's the stipulation and the prompt. So I just videoed this up to a point and I went and hit the the stop button. Whoops. Okay. Well, if you're still with me at this point, I thank you for coming to visit, and I hope you see a few things you might like to do in your own journals and some ideas I give you, an inspiration. Well, okay. I saw Kyung. She's one of our Think Outside the Box workers. And she did something in her art journal the other week. Well, I have one, but I've not really worked in it much. So, Mom, this is from a couple years ago. We went to the Dairy Right where she worked when she was 16 years old. This is her. And she's pointing to her picture, which is this. And what it is she was 16 years old, underage. They had to be 18. So she was so outgoing and friendly and everything. The owner's mother-in-law hired her on the spot. Well, when the cops would come in, they would hide her in the back until they left. But this was the old original sign, and it was a curb service. So they would go out to the car from the building, and they'd take the orders and take the money and everything, and then they'd bring it back out and I guess hook it to the side, with one of those trays like you see in Happy Days. She didn't have to wear skates or nothing. They were just had a uniform with a little, busboy cap and everything on. And she had went over to her mom's one time, and you can see kind of the colors of it. It was a red stripe on a blue pant, and I guess it was a white shirt. I think that is not her uniform. This is probably a sweater. That's not her uniform jacket. But that's her mom and her little sister and her brother. So anyway, I've got these photos that I'm going to put into my journal here. I'll set them behind me. Now this is my art journal cover that I made a while back. And I did some texture paste on it, and I did some coloring. I have paper, scrapbook paper behind it. I love keys and locks, so they're like here everywhere. And then I have inspiration is the key to unlock your creativity. And these were like some little bracelet fasteners from my jewelry making supply. So I thought they made a great little dangle. And so I did that in November of 2020. And let me get my goodies here out of the way. So I started doing a few of the pictures. I told somebody I would show them what I did in here. But here's the first one I did, and I did all acrylic. I hadn't painted with acrylic paints in so long. That's what this was. And I did this in November 30th, 2020. It's my hobbies and my favorite things. But there's my grandparents. This is my great-grandparents. The globe has my favorite authors in it. There's something with journaling. I love cats. I love Egyptian and King Tut. Pern is Anne McCaffrey's books that I read back in my teens. I love sci-fi. The history of art. I love anything artistic. Genealogy. I started that in 1991. And then the Tales of Kermit, which is Kermit's where we go and do all of our research and cemetery hunting, and we go there twice a year. And then here we have I love blue and water and cool colors. I did some crackle paste on this butterfly here. That turned out kind of cool. And this has to do with time, I think. I'm not sure. Let Your Spirit Soar. I did that in December 2020. and then I kind of dropped off. But I had this page where I had, in the scrapbook, I had all these little letters, and they were such an odd shape. I didn't know what I'd use them for. So I put them all on here, kind of in a diagonal. And I have a bingo card over here. And I said, sometimes you have to take chances. And over here, this guy, it's at times words simply escape me, forgetfulness. And I have that quite often. I sometimes forget words that I'm talking to you on here, and it took me the longest time to get over that and get comfortable just chatting. I did that in April of 2021. This was Maremi Small Art. She had one of these sessions where it's like 2 or 3 hours, and you could sit there and you could work on this with her. She had on her coffee site these things that you could print for free and work along with her. I thought that was very fun. I had a ball doing it. This was something with France Papillon. She does all these. I don't see her very much anymore. I don't know what happened to her, but it had something to do with her. But I painted all these colors on the background. Then I took the embossing ink, the clear embossing ink. I made the word and I stamped it all over here, and then I heat embossed it to where it was clear. And then what I was going to do is go back over here with black, and then the word would shine through in all those different colors. So far, I haven't finished that one. This is today's. Okay. I don't know what I got on there. But anyhow, this is today's. What I did is I shook up my Salvage Patina Distress Paint, and it just painted the whole back. I didn't do anything else. I didn't treat it. I figured it was distress paint. It was going to go on here, and it's going to go on fast and dry fast. And it's permanent once it dries. Then what I wanted to do is I went in and daubed with one of these cheap triangular makeup sponges, the Picked Raspberry. And I just daubed it all around because this photo is going here. And it kind of made it purple, but I think that'll work. That'll work with the colors. But what I want to do now is a little technique. This is one of those stamp and stencil sets that I got for cheap because it was fall. Anyway, got it at Joann's, I think. But I want to use this one, the little bubbles. I think that's what they call it, the bubbles. And so I'm going to put that on here. And let me pull it down just a little bit. And what I want to do is, let me pull my ladies back over here. I'm going to get my wet wipe, I guess you would call it. Let me get her out of the way. I don't want to mess her up. And I'm going to go over this. And I really wanted to concentrate around the outside where it would be outside of her picture. So we're going to go, I've not tried this before. But the whole idea was I'm going to be pulling, what do you call that, a resist technique? It might be a resist technique. But I'm to go in here and I'll rub off, and it's going to lift the pink because the pink oxide is not more permanent than the paint. Oh, I'm taking a big chunk out of it. Oh, cool. Look at that. Now, I might want to wipe my back off each time I do this, because it looks like it's kind of here, there, and everywhere. Okay. Now, let me go along this side. I don't know what happened to that dot right there, but he looks pretty bad. Let me go to the side of him. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go down a little further. There. Now I'm going to wipe around in here and pull up. This is pretty neat little technique. I can't believe I've never tried it before. But you want to keep moving your wet wipe. I understand that because you want to keep trying to get a clean surface as you go. That might be the part that's going to take the most, is, you know, cleaning your little stencil off. But yeah, I thanked everybody for coming to visit. If I didn't, I want to thank you again for putting up with me. And I really want to thank all my new subscribers. I've been getting so many nice new subscribers, but I so appreciate my regular steadfast subscribers too. Y'all are helping me get there. I'm getting there. I'm trying to do things that I'm thinking you might want to see. Sometimes I go rogue and I just kind of do my own thing, but I'm always trying to find a new idea. Now that looks a little bit too much like it was planned. So let me go out here a little bit. I don't know if this part's going to get covered up though. It may. And yeah, let me try going down through this side. They're so varied on here. It's kind of hard to know where you're going to be pulling that up from. It's really neat. I love to watch Tim and see all these techniques that he introduces. And they're very fun to watch and try later to see if you can accomplish them. But it helps you in the long run to get better with the supplies that you've got, especially if they're his. His are specialized a lot, but you can get cheaper stuff out there. Can't guarantee how well it'll work, but I think everything is worth taking a shot. I bought some stuff at Walmart the other day. One of them says it's a distress, or not, no, it's an alcohol ink, and you know I'm going to try it. It's silver and gold. So I'm going to try something with that and see what it does for me. And I'm going to go on up in here where it kind of fades out. And we're going to do the same thing so we get a more varied look to it. Oops. And I am going to go over my edges with black, because I'm going to have black in throughout this scene, this page. So I wanted that to help pull it all together. So as soon as I get this last rub done, there we go. I'll do that while my page dries. All that little foam. Oh, wait a minute. I got one more little place. This one, I don't like the look of it. Let's try this one. Okay, now I'm satisfied. And boy, I didn't have to do too much cleaning on that thing. It was just a little bit of foam coming through, and that was it. Alright, so let's see. Put that down here. Put that over there. Alright, get this out of the way. Our next step is to do our outside edge, like I said. Let me see what I got here. This is my little storage container. I've got to find my black sponge. Ugh, I haven't used this for a while, so it's collecting dust. Alright. Now what I want to do is go around the edge with black. Hopefully it's still got ink on it. But just like this. You're just going to rub it. I'm already losing sponge. But it helps frame it. It helps put a frame along the outside edge here. And it'll help pull your eye in once you get black on the inside of your piece. Alright, I'll go back around this way. It feels like it's still just a little damp. I don't know. I used the heat gun on it, so I know you can't see this down here. Let me... Oh! I did that to you again. Hold on. Get you back up on here. Oh, I really, really need to get myself one of those arms. I'm still using the Swiffer. Okay, I'm trying to get down here where you can see. I probably hit the bird cage holder over here. All right. After I get losing sponge right and left. Maybe it's time for the change. Oh, my goodness. All right. I think we're done with that. Let's get this back out of the way. I'm having a heck of a time. Okay. This can go because I don't think I have any more special effects. We are starting to put down our pieces. And what I'm going to do is get my hot dogs over here and show you what I'm going to do with them. Now what I want to do is I'm going to fold it up. It's a little over 3, and it is about 3.5. It's about 3.5. And so that's what I'm going to do on both. Now, this was Mom's. Hers was like covered in mustard. So I'll get smell-o-vision. So, anyhow, I'm not going to worry about it because it's going to get covered in paper. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take both of them and fold them the same way. And then I'm going to go over this way and then go over that way. And I'm going to connect them. I'm going to just go ahead and glue them. And I think I'm going to use fabric tack because I'm not sure what better, well, wait a minute. Let me look at this because I want to do a few little extra pockets in here that may have something special. I think I'll leave that open. Which one? I got 2 pockets right there. Actually, I'll have 2 up here. Let's see. How I want to see. That's what I had to figure out with my my 2 cookie containers. I had to figure out which way I wanted to go. I think I'm going to go in here, and oh yeah, I've got I've got my art glitter glue. I just got it out yesterday and fixed it up, but I'm going to try that right up underneath of this gusset they have in this bag and see how that works. See how well it works. I don't want that gusset to be open, and I don't want this little piece to get in my way either, so we're going to glue it. There, I think. Ooh, I think that did a good job. Let's use dark glitter glue instead of this. Yeah. I didn't know how my Barely Arts would work here, and I still need to make me a cute little tassel. Alright, so this part got down. This part I think I'm good with. That's going to go over that. So we are going to glue this piece to that piece. That's the way we're going to do it. And just close it up all together. Ooh, I can smell the mustard. I can smell the mustard. All right. Now, I understand with this stuff, once you go down, it's permanent. So, I better want it right where I got it. And I think that's good. I think that's good. All right. I'll push down for a second. And then I don't want it to be a tuck. I want it to be a pocket. So, I'm going down this one edge here. And I'm also going to go down this whole edge where the gusset's at. I don't want the gusset. So I may have to fix that on all the sides. Here as well. Ooh. It's going along smoothly. Now here I need to do... Gosh, it didn't go down here. Hang on. Maybe I need to hold it a little longer. Okay, here I would like to use a side pocket. This is a top pocket. This is going to be a side pocket. So what we want to do is we're going to start right here and go in. And we're going to do the same thing over here. And put that, oh, my finger stuck. Was that the art glitter glue, guys? Oh. All right, right there. Go hold it down for a minute. Make sure it's stuck. And then I'm going to go through the gusset. And then we're going to put it down. And I'll cover it while it's down here. All right, I think that's done. I have a top loading pocket here. I have a side loading pocket here. Isn't that cool? And then I got the big pockets. Okay, and then she is going down. Right there. And so, I just need to glue the whole back side. I got to get that gusset right there. I forgot him. Looks like a big heart, doesn't it? I can't believe she's got mustard all over it. I don't think it was her, though. It's how it came out. And we asked for slaw. I love slaw and chili on my hot dogs. But they didn't put enough. I can say that. They didn't put enough. But it had a really good flavor. I love a good foot long. Okay, and I may not have to be so heavy-handed with this. I'm usually heavy-handed with my Barely Arts. Alright, let's see if we can get this down in this corner. Right where we want it. Yeah. It'll be a little straighter. Have a little bit of wiggle room, right? Okay. I think what it was, I wasn't straight on the glue one. That's okay. I'm going to cover it with pretty paper and you won't see anything. Right. Being picky. Just ignore me, I'm being picky. Okay, we want to get any little pieces. That's the thing you got to remember with fast food. You're going to have all these little pieces and parts. It's kind of like the envelopes. When you get an envelope, you want to be able to stick any little flaps that's going to get in your way down. I don't know that that one is going to get in my way, but I think I'm going to trim it. I definitely am going to trim it. You never know. It's always good to be safe. There we go. Now, I got to put her picture down. Don't know what it's doing there. Alright, let me find her picture. I'm going to put it down. I don't know how often I got to put this back in here. Some people say that it dries up really fast. This is the one I want for here. And I'm going to have to put something on the background. And I had this scrap. So I was going to try to use this scrap. I thought it was going to be teal, but it's not really, is it? Well, maybe we'll just use our pink that we got. Because I have pink that's to go on here and here. And I'm going to do some stamping on that. And then I have a piece of this pink with a plaid design that is going to be the pieces that's going to go in the pockets. So, tell you what, let's go ahead and get this measured up. And we'll get this piece, fixed to go in the pocket. And I'm guessing here, but you're going to want it to be just a little bit smaller. You don't really need it to be that big. And I'm sure both of them are going to be the same. So let me go over and cut this. Okay, I'm dabbing a little bit of ink up here where the mustard's showing. And I did a little bit over here on the right side. So you just dibby-dabby to your heart's content, however much you might want on there. Now, these are the pieces I cut to go on these panels. They're going to go and cover it just like this. And what I ended up doing is I cut like a little wedge because I'm wanting it to go down in there to where I can feed that pocket easily. Otherwise, it might just get butted up against there or something, and it'll fall level with this piece if it's just like that. Anyway, that's my idea to make it a little easier for me. So I need to do that down here as well. And all I'm doing is just taking a little wedge out of it, just like that. I may need to make it a little larger. Let's see. Because all it's got to do is, yep, I think I need that side a little larger. Probably not any longer, just a little more taken out of it. Because you never know how big your glue line got affected down in there. Alright, we're going to go a little deeper because it seems like my glue line is a little wider than I assumed it was. It's getting better, but it's not quite there. Actually, I need to do it a little deeper because I think I made this one a little longer than I should have. Alright, let's see. Oh, it's getting better. I want it to go right up to those teeth. Okay. Yep, I think we're good. I think we're good. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to, oops, do a little bit on the outside edge here, and then we do need to stamp this before we put it down because there's no guarantee I'm going to stamp it good. So let me get this little bit on here, and then I've already treated the piece with Mom. That's there. This is here. I picked, these two are cut to go down in each pocket, and I'm going to probably make a tag cut on the top of them, and then this is to go here. I think yeah, the gold shows better that way. Okay, let's get our glue out and put a smear on the back side of this on the outside edge. This does hold to this kind of waxy surface really well, I have to say that. Okay, let me see if I can get it on there straight. Yep. Good, good, good. Hold it down just a second. And I'm going to put her photo on top. This is done on cardstock, white cardstock paper. Actually, I think they call it photo paper as well, matte photo paper. I use it on a lot of different things, especially ephemera for certain kits. There we go. So those are done. We're going to put our little ladies down, but we're going to actually do the outside edge of them as well because they're kind of plain. We'll have all that done now. Then we're just going to have to do some stamping after I get them placed. Hope everyone is doing well today. Happy, carefree, but it's a Monday. What am I saying? Everybody's, and that's anybody, is at work today, aren't they? That's telling on me, isn't it? Okay, I think I want it sort of an angle like that. I think right there's perfect. I may find a few words to put up here, like especially where that dot went rogue on me. I don't know what is going on with that dot. I have no clue. But, okay. I'm going to set my book aside so I can get in here and do some stamping. So let me cap my glue. I need to make me a dangle. I really need to do that. All right. Well, before I do the stamping, let me go ahead and finish these 2 tags. And I'm going to leave them plain on the back because I'm going to come back in here and write. I'm going to write her story or you know, what happened to her when she worked there. This was in 1956, and she actually met my dad here. He used to go and cruise. This was one of the cruising places. I know you've heard of cruising. So it was like the whole strip of Greenville Avenue, the boys would go up and down cruising. And so they would go there, then they'd get back on the road and go up the street. I think it was called the Dog House, something like that. And then they would go to another spot, and then they'd come back down. It was hilarious. I guess that's what boys did back in the day. But that's how he met Mom. And she eventually had to quit because he didn't like her working there. And having all those different guys and stuff oogling her. I guess is what he called it. These are her words, not his. Oh. Alright, I need to round that off just a tad. And that one's good to go. That's going here. And then this one is to go here. This way. And see, I got plenty of room over here to write a caption or something. So we're going to take the top off here. And isn't it kind of neat? I don't know if it was my printer being snotty with me, because I know I need some ink. But it gave it a pink tinge. Oh, I'm fine with that. Okay, and then I'm trying to get it straight. This is one of those old 4 square-sided kind of photos. And then I need to make it a little shorter. I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Okay, let's whip these on here real quick. Okay, I went ahead and placed these down, glued them down, because I'm just going to go in there with the ink. I'm just going in. I always have to watch this thing because it likes to get on my fingers and then I get it everywhere. But what we're going to do, we're using VersaFine Onyx Black. It's a pigment ink, and I got it a long time ago, back in 2020 from May Made It, which that's her little stamp I'm using here as well. But I'll tell you, that stuff is great. I've been using it since then. It makes a really solid impression. So I'm holding it down. I've not got anything on the back pages here, so this is a nice base. It's not going to give with me in any way. See, it has a pretty good impression. Now, the next thing I want to do is and I'm going to set my little pieces over here to clean in a minute. I want to go and make it look like the tire. I know the tire tracks are not, you know, dwindling. I guess it's the word, dwindling, into the horizon. So what I want to do is just kind of go to the top of the car. Now I can't see it. And I'm going to kind of go like that. Am I going to go like that? I don't know. Now, if you wanted to... Ooh, if you wanted to make a, what do they call that? A mask. That's it. Tell you what, we'll see if there's enough on there to make a mask. And then I'm going to just cut along this edge like that. Let's see if that does it for me. I think it does it enough. So we're going to use that because I really wanted these tire tracks, and this is the best car I can see that they would go with. All right, so let me hold down my mask, and we're going to go back at an angle like that. And this is one of those nice rubber stamps. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm okay with that being being a little off. Okay, is that dry? Because I'm going to flip it. That's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to flip it. Now I got to go back in. And then we're going to come in from this direction with it. It's like they spun their tires to come in there. There we go. I can live with that. I really can. So our next thing we want to do is put a, I've got the "You Are Totally Amazing" on here, but I think I want to do this road trip across the top because somebody may, that it's kind of a, what do you call it, vacation town. A lot of people come in to Stanton, and this is one of the big things to come to. This is like one of the very first fast food places to eat at. So I'm going to put road trip up at the top right here. Right across the top. If I get that out of the way, I can do it correctly. There we go. Oops, I did a little mess up, but I'm okay with that. And now over here on the other side, I'm doing this other really neat old car. That looks like the car that she's waiting on. So it's going to go over here. I haven't really planned this one out. I think I'm going to just put that one down here. And I may pick another one of my sayings up there to go with it. Okay, just got to go in here. Make sure it's covered. It's the first, yeah, it's covered now. It's one of the first stampings it's done, so I want to make sure it's on there. Ooh, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It kind of gives it a rustic look. Okay, let me go in with that. And that one says the journey is the destination. Which, you know, and then I've got the journey begins. I'm not sure which one I like the best. So we're going to just put this one on here. I think I'll put that one over here actually. Yep, the journey is the destination. And got a pile over here to clean up. And I have the "You Are Totally Amazing." I'll put that down here. There we go. And I think that might be all I do. I'm going to think of something to put up in here, but I will do that when I take my photo. Let me put all my goodies in here and let you see what it looks like finished. I have these prepared. That's my tags. Let's see if they'll go all the way in here. Now I had to get in here. I might have to do a little bit more gluing right there, but I don't want both of those openings to be available. I want it just to be Oops, don't tell me I glued that shut. Okay, I got it. But I want to be able to go in just like that and have a little bit of a lip to pull it out with. That one worked perfectly, and so did this one. And what I'll do is I'll probably put the date that I took this photo up here. And then, oh, that's what I could do. I could put 1950, she's born 40. 1956. That's what I'll do right there. So you'll see that in the overall photo. But that's what I'm putting here, 1956. Okay, well, I really hope you appreciate this. You may see a few little extra goodies that I might think to put on here later. But I appreciate you coming to visit, and I hope you got a few ideas. And girls, get on to thinking what you need to do with the fast food container. And I want to see what you do. I'm excited. All right, everybody have a great day. Bye.